Okay, now I'm going to first give you a textbook definition of a function, and then I'm going to give you Mr. Murphy's definition. Mine's usually easier to understand than the textbook. All right, here's what a textbook would say for the definition of a function. Every input can have only one output. That is what a textbook would say for the definition of a function. Does everybody understand it?
Yes, sir.
Y'all ready for the test?
Yes.
If you understand it, then you're ready for the test. Now, let's make it a little better. I'm going to make the textbook definition a little better. The input and the output. Let's talk about what those two really mean. If I give you an equation like this, 2x plus 1, does anybody know what the input is? Perla, what do you think the input is?
I think it'd be X.
Very nice, Perla. The input is the x. What do you think the output is then, Paul?
The Y.
The y. So here's a little better definition of a function. Every x can have only one y. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
But I've got a better one. Are you ready? Let's think about dating. Everybody understands dating. Girls have the X chromosomes. Boys have the XY chromosomes. So let's write this definition. Every girl can have only one boyfriend, according to the law of functions. Are you with me? So the Y's are the boys, the X's are the girls. I think that's going to be much easier to understand. Because if we find a girl with two different boyfriends, is that going to be a function? No, not according to the law of functions. Are you with me? All right, so we are going to be talking about some dating, so keep any inappropriate thoughts you have in your head. Are you with me? Questions so far? All right, let's look at some problems and see if you can figure out whether it's a function or not. Let's start with just ordered pairs. We're going to be looking at 3 different types today. We'll start with ordered pairs. 2, 4, 3, 7, 5, 9, and 2, Before we talk about this, does anybody think this is a function or not a function before we get into it to prove it? Isaiah, what are you thinking?
No.
You think it's not. Why? What do you see that is making you go, I don't think that is?
Because the numbers on
What number?
the C and the
So they don't have to be the same. The rule says every girl can have one boyfriend. So like right here, who's the girl?
The 2.
The 2. The 2 is the X. So girl 2, who's her boyfriend?
4.
Has a boyfriend named 4. Are you with it?
Yes.
Does 2 have any other boyfriends?
No.
Look carefully.
Yes. Yes.
Y'all see the same girl down here? Isn't that girl 2 again? Isn't that the same girl?
Yes.
Yeah. Who's her first boyfriend? 4. Who's her second boyfriend? She's a cheater. That ain't gonna cut it. Are you with me? This is not a function because girl number 2 has a boyfriend number 4, and then she's got a second boyfriend number 10. That ain't according to the rule. No good. Are we clear? Any questions so far? All right, another one. Take a look at this set of ordered pairs. Does anybody see a girl that is cheating? Nope, me either. Girl 8, who's her boyfriend? Number 9, does 8 have any other boyfriends?
No.
Nope, she's good. What about girl 10? Who's her boyfriend? 11. Is girl 10 got any other boyfriends? Nope. 12's not cheating, 13's not cheating. So none of these X's have 2 different boyfriends. So that is, yes, a function. Are there any questions so far?
No.
Stella.
So, can you have a Y and X are the same number?
Sure. That could be girl number 13, boy number 13, and that's girl 13. Like boys and girls can have the same name.
Okay.
Like a girl named Cody and a boy named Cody. Same deal. They're different people. Does that make sense? That's a great question. Any others? I mean, there could be a girl named Clover and a boy named Clover. Probably is. All right. Let's look at another one. Now this one's a little tricky. Take a look at this one. Do y'all think this is a function? Yes or no, not a function? Somebody give me an idea. Zoe.
No.
Okay, tell me what girl has 2 different boyfriends and I will believe you. Because that's what the rule says. Every X can only have 1 Y. Is there a girl that's cheating, Zoe? Nope. So if you can't find a girl that's cheating, what is the answer?
No.
Yes, it is.
The answer is yes, it is a function. Now, girls, I'm sorry. Boys can have multiple girlfriends, but only in the law of functions. Are you with me? Quit smiling, boys. That ain't the real world. Now, isn't boy number 7 dating 3 different women?
Yes.
Unfortunately, in the law of functions only, boys, that can happen. If you go get 3 girlfriends in the real world, they're all going to find out about you cheating on them and they're going to beat you up. So no, it's not a good advice for the real world. It's okay in the law of functions, but not in the real world. Are we clear? So yeah, that is a function for sure. Any questions on ordered pairs? The girls are the X, the boys are the Y's. All right, let's look at the table. That's the second type of problems we're going to have to look at to tell if it's a function. Is this table a function? Excellent. Yes or no? What do you think? You say yes? Do any of the girls have 2 different boyfriends?
No.
I agree with Addison. Who's girl number 3's boyfriend? 8. Who's 4's boyfriend? 5? 6? Does 6 have 2 different guys?
No.
No, she's only got 1 dude, number 11. She's only got 1 dude, number 10. 1 dude, 1 dude. Everybody here is not cheating, so this is a big fat yes. Are we clear? What am I going to have to see in the table to make it not a function? What's going to have to happen in the table? Pearl?
It's the same number.
The same number of X is going to have 2 different Y's down here. These are, one of the X's is going to have to repeat like this. And then it's got to have a different number down here. Would this be a function? See? You're saying no? Why not? Who's cheating? Tell me the girl that's cheating.
3.
Number 3 is cheating. Y'all agree with Sadie?
Yeah.
Girl 3 has a boyfriend 10. She's got a second boyfriend 13. That is a big fat no, according to the law of functions. Questions? All right. Let's look at graphs next. I'm going to put a couple of different graphs up here. About 3 of them. And then we'll look and see if we think it's a function or not. So we got 3 different graphs. They don't have to be perfect. But I'm going to tell you, one of the 3 is not a function. The other 2 are a function. Closer. Which one do you think is not a function?
The second one.
The second one is the correct answer. Tell me why you're saying that.
Because, like, the other ones go through the line, and that one's just, like, on one side of it.
Wow, okay. Still think it's a function, not a function?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Somebody tell me what's going on here that makes this not a function. One part of it makes it no good. Andrew.
It's a straight line. And
So is that. So is that.
it's like, I don't know how to explain
Vertical, you mean?
it. Yeah.
There we go. Emma?
They have the same x. Like, if it was like 1, then there'd be 1, and it'd have 3 different.
All right, did y'all hear what she just said?
Yeah.
Don't all 3 of these points have the same x? Like 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. If I wrote those points out, wouldn't that be the same girl over and over again?
Yeah.
Yes.
She's got 3 different boyfriends. Are you with it? Let me give you some advice on how to look at a graph and tell pretty quickly that it's not a function. Graphs must pass the vertical line test. Write that down. Put a star by it. Here's what that means. The vertical line test will instantly tell you how many boyfriends every X has. Like right here. If I draw a vertical line right through this point, how many times did the vertical line hit the graph? Once. That means that girl, -1, has 1 boyfriend. Are y'all with it?
Yes.
What if I draw a vertical line here? How many boyfriends? 1. Vertical line here? 1. Vertical line here? 1. That passes the vertical line test. My vertical line did not hit 2 points at the same time. So every girl has 1 boyfriend, 1 boyfriend, 1 boyfriend, 1 boyfriend. That one's a yes. Let's go to this one. How many boyfriends does this girl have? 1. But let's go to the next girl. How many boyfriends does she have? 3. That fails the vertical line test. That's a no, not a function. Does that make sense? What about this one over here? If I draw a vertical line right here, how many times did it hit the line? Once. That's 1 boyfriend. What about here?
1.
Here?
1.
Here? My line's not very vertical, sorry. Here? 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 Does it matter where I draw it?
No.
Is it going to hit my vertical line twice, anywhere?
No.
No. So that's automatically a yes. It passes the vertical line test. Questions so far? Let's look at one more. What if I have a circle? Would a circle be a function? Aiden, why are you shaking your head? If I draw a vertical line right here, how many times did it hit? Once up here. Does it hit it again? Another time down here. So how many times did it hit? 2. That means that girl, let's call her girl number 1. How many boyfriends she got?
2.
She's got 1 up there and another one down there. That is 2 boyfriends. She's cheating. That is a big fat no. Questions? All right. One other thing we're going to look at today is called mappings. You may or may not have ever seen a mapping, so I'll give you about 5 more seconds to make sure you get all that. The vertical line test immediately tells you about a graph. If it hits the vertical line more than once, it is not going to be a function. All right? Let's talk about some mappings. A mapping is similar to a table, but it's different. They have a bubble here and a bubble here. And in the bubble, there will be numbers. And from one bubble to the other, there will be lines connecting a number over here with a number over here. So, what do we need to know? What do we need to know about the mapping? What should you be wondering when you look at a mapping? Clover? Thank you. That would be my first question. Which one of those is X, Coach? Which one is Y? Well, that's a great question, Clover. This one's always X. That one is always Y. Put a little note. The left is X. The right is always Y. Who is girl number 3's boyfriend? 10. Does she have any others?
No.
Who's girl number 4's boyfriend? Does she have any other boyfriends besides 9? How about number 5? Who's her boyfriend? 8. Does she have any other boyfriends besides 8? So that is a function. Yes. Let's look at another mapping. Would that second mapping be a function? Let's go with who's hiding there. Kaylee. Would you say yes it is or no it's not?
No,
Why not?
because
Who's cheating? Show me a cheater.
-1.
Do y'all agree with Kaylee that -1 is cheating?
No.
Yeah, I do. Who's her first boyfriend? 5. Do you see the second line going to 7? That tells you that girl number -1 has a boyfriend there. 5 has a second boyfriend here. 7, I agree with Kaylee. That is not a function. We found a cheater. Any questions? So today on the assignment, they're going to give you tables, mappings, and graphs. You're going to have to look at each one and determine if it is a function or if it is not a function. Functions